yeah. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Baby, baby. Ba-da-dum-dum-ba-da-da-ba. Baby, baby. Ba-da-dum-dum-ba-da-da-ba. Baby, baby. Why does it feel like the game's so quiet? Is the Elgato not getting volume? Let me turn that up a bit. I'm kind of scared now. Is it not capturing the audio?
Rhyme like a rolling stone, calm in the crowd. Watch out the moon, they diss you out. Just want this sound.
1 second, guys, I gotta mute myself.
Don't ease your pace, cause enemies brutal. Home of the truth, there ain't no truth. You're the only one, wrong world, wrong law. What's the battle goes on? Shout out to a mass destruction. Oh yeah, baby, baby. Oh yeah.
That was weird. I'm just checking this to make sure the audio will define for me a second, please. Put this a little bit closer. My mic seems adjusted a bit right there. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, mass destruction, all on me.
Mass destruction.
I don't know, maybe, is it the mic maybe? Hello? Hello, hello. The game is about yeah, I know it's baby, I given, looking so different in the street, like heartache, heartbreak, it keeps on. Alright, turning it up a little bit more. I will find that perfect balance, don't worry. Okay, still a little bit quiet. Let's turn it up a bit more. Come on. See, now it seems really quiet though. Okay, let's try that. Oh, that's because my tablet's quiet. I'm fucking stupid. Ugh. Yeah, I know the different games have different audio values, but it's just annoying because It's really hard to find where I can listen to myself, but you guys don't have to hear double audio. Alright, that sounds perfect. I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay, I'm gonna keep it like that. I think that's good. It sounds like a good balance. You can still hear the game, but I'm louder than it, which is good. So now I can link the stream, tweet it out. Please, if you can, leave a like on the stream. It does help YouTube get it out there to more people. If you guys don't mind, that would help out a lot. Okay, tweeted that. Okay, I think we're good. If you guys hear any echoes in my mic, please let me know. But it shouldn't be too loud. I think I've got a good audio balance going. Oh shit, I didn't mean to hit that again.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Labrys.
This place
Self-proclaimed
exists
student,
between
president of
dream and
Yasugami High,
reality.
but really a
Now,
Kyurijin group prototype and anti-shadow robot.
Now,
Aridon.
you
Wait.
introduce yourself.
Ariadne? How do you say that? I don't know. Is the persona she gained by accepting her shadow. Her axe grows in power each time it's wielded.
I wish you good luck.
Thanks, Dub. Initial boot successful. Time lapsed 4/20, 1999. 4/20, let's go. 10/16, 39.
The boot process was successful. This happens every time, but I'm never sure what to say to them first.
You mean like a greeting? There's no need for that, they're just machines.
Two humans within visual range, both male, searching for voice print and visual matches. Personnel identified as research staff, not hostile targets.
But things like that might affect the performance of these models.
Because they have a mind, their emotions and things are completely faked. It's no different than an AI. It can't possibly be that sensitive.
Ariodni? What the hell? That's okay. Scanning for keywords in conversation, running logical analysis, cross-referencing with related data. Current conversation topic is not orders.
Well, until we rule it out completely, we should at least be kind to them.
So you say. All right, from this moment on, you will be registered as candidate unit number 031. Please repeat your number back to me.
Confirming first order, initializing unit number, output via voice requested, activating voice synthesis module, accepting input.
Unit number 031.
Did its pronunciation sound a little odd to you?
You're worrying too much. Let's hurry up and haul it out.
Receive an action plan throughout console. Combat test against others of same unit. Test commencing immediately after entering shock-resistant chamber within the lab. You'll hear it soon enough. Okay. Let me just... Oh, no. Hold on. My curtain fell. I gotta fix that. Too much light. I need darkness. Darkness is my ally. Here we go. gotta get down. Whew. Alright. Oh shit, I pulled the cord out. There we go. Oh jeez. Okay, I'm good now. Sorry about that. Frame stored with cage for transport. Beginning transport.
Ah, so this is the one. I've been waiting to see it in action.
Transport complete. Cage reopened. New human found. Searching for voice print and visual matches. Personnel also identified as research staff. Female. Cutting connection to outside data supply. Connection offline. Commencing cable disconnection.
Now, try getting up.
Order confirmed. Get up. Initiating motion synchronization engines for motor functions. Accepting input. Safety limiters active. Balance control gyros functional. Overall movement systems functional.
This model's loaded with a nearly pure form of that crystal. I can't wait to see what kind of results it gets.
Unit number 031, can you hear me? Confirm your surroundings. Tell us any abnormalities you're feeling in your sensors or any other function.
Order confirmed. Beginning simple self-diagnostic. Temperature, humidity, pressure, air composition, lumens, sound, all within normal levels. Visual data within the expected color spectrum, all systems functional.
The readouts seem fine. Monitoring system is fully operational.
Okay, we're gonna test your performance inside the battle chamber now. When you hear the buzzer, consider everything that moves an enemy and eliminate them.
Order confirmed. Awaiting the signal to begin the test. Exit confirmed to be sealed. Room's shape approximately cylindrical. Height approximately 11 meters. Area approximately 7 meters square. Height energy light sources found on outer wall. Assumed to be fire resistant, bulletproof.
Sorry to do this just after you've woken up, but it'll be good to put you through your paces.
Release a facing hatch detached. Mobile objects intruding into chamber. 7 objects in total. Scanning for visual matches. Analysis. Non-human. Confirming same model units of humanoid weapons. Hostile markers confirmed. Classifying as hostile units. Releasing safety limiters. Battle limit now set at 70%. Exit confirmed. Resealed. Test commencement signal received. Targets hostile humanoid weapons. Commencing battle. Woo! Holy shit! That was an Aegis head. Goodbye, Aegis number 2. Goodbye, Aegis number 3. Damn. Damn. I mean, I don't think those ones they said weren't made with like emotions, but still. All targets eliminated. Hostile units no longer capable of motion. Test termination signal received. Battle complete.
That was better than we could have hoped for.
Hey, what's with all the bodies? You made it fight that many on its first time?
Don't worry, it did great. This is a new high score for the first battle results.
Well done, unit number 031. Stand by for further instruction.
Order confirmed. Exiting test chamber. Begin transfer to maintenance room. Resetting safety limiters. Taking seat in maintenance chair.
We're done testing, but there's still one thing left to do today. I'm going to temporarily shut down your optics. Can you close your eyes?
Order confirmed. Shuttering optic inputs. Connecting cables. Online confirmed. Switching a portion of data supply to outside source.
We're going to transfer the data from the destroyed units into your memory. Run a diagnostic check while we're doing it and report any malfunctions. Understood?
Order confirmed. Writing self-diagnostic. Initiating data transfer. Initiating personality module link. Initiating diagnostics of transfer data and sorting procedures. Sector 001 close combat control data. Will investigate improvement of tactical patterns through synthesis and acquisition of data. Dividing into categories for sorting. Sector 002 evasion action control data. Will investigate improvement of tactical patterns through synthesis and acquisition of data. Whew, I can't speak. Dividing into categories for sorting. Sector 003 non-battle data. Error excluding. Sector 004 non-battle data. Error excluding. 005 battle-related data. What could these be? Momentary disruption of data from visual information stream. A room that is not this place. Outdoor scenery thought to be night. Also scenes of multiple units at the same time gathering outside of the battle chamber. Could these be memories? Visual memories? They are obviously unrelated to the mission. Why have apparently purposeless... What the hell? Purposeless memories have been preserved this long. 20 to 40% of the informational data extracted from all 7 units are confirmed to be such information. Incomprehensible. What is
Anything
this?
to report?
Cable is disconnected. Time elapsed during data transfer approximately 5 minutes. Reopening optic inputs. Calibrating servos.
Alright then, unit number 031, give us a simple report of today's battle results.
Order confirmed. Delivering oral report of test results.
This was the first test battle against others of my model. 7 units destroyed. Below 15% damage sustained. Don't seem to be any problems.
Was that?
Unusual expression detected from research staff. Facial recognition library indicates surprise.
Did I say something funny?
Does it have an accent?
Accent? Do you not understand the words coming out of my mouth?
No, we do, but
See? I wasn't hearing things. The unit's speech really is peculiar.
You don't need to yell.
Is the language interface not set to default? Sheesh. If we'd known this, we would have reset it in advance.
Yeah, the base's personality might be coming out. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the volunteers were from the Kansai area.
but it just woke up. Would it be exhibiting such distinct mannerisms this early?
It may be the effect of an enlarged plume of dusk, the basis of their mind. Perhaps it's accelerating their personality development.
Exchange of opinions taking place on unexplained aberrance in speech pattern. Hypothesis offered that language interface settings fall outside expected results. Review of recent conversation does reveal certain discrepancies. Internal monologue is within expected patterns, but oral output induces anomalies. Anomalies not affecting meaning. No impediments to communication predicted.
But I don't want to waste this feedback data. Those are the best results we've ever seen.
Leave it. It'll be fine. It can understand us anyway. This is just one of those things that makes science interesting.
There you go again. This unit is going to be communicating with the others. What if this effect spreads? Not only that, but because this is an anomaly, it doesn't seem to have a 100% accurate accent either.
But if it has a personality, that might speed up the development of its mind.
Yeah, she's right.
The 3 researchers are standing around the maintenance chair. Each holds a tablet and examines the display on the chair.
Alright, unit number 031, we'll explain things from the top.
Voice patterns consistent with research staff.
You are a weapon created to fight against unique enemies. Therefore, your combat performance is prioritized over all else. But in order for you to use a particular ability, you've been given a certain amount of awareness, and that makes your performance difficult to quantify. So we've been pitting test units against each other as a selective growth process. It's all in the service of achieving higher performance. We don't want to waste any plumes of dusk.
Accessing archive. Search term plume of dust. 1 match found. A crystalline substance at the core of personality modules. Its name derives from its thin, pallet-like shape resembling a shed bird's feather. In addition to its circuit-like structure, it has an unnatural vital reaction in response to external stimulus. Similar to a living thing, yet different. It is thought to exist in a state between mind and matter, mass and information. The details are unknown. There are 12 other subheadings classified under Level 7 clearance. Access denied. Matter interpreted as the core of personality modules.
But regardless of your ego, there is one rule you must abide by. You might as well think of it as an order.
One rule to abide by, awaiting order.
The only order is to destroy everything we identify as enemies and to emerge victorious. Though your ego will give you some flexibility when planning tactics, there's no need to think about extraneous side issues. Use everything you have to win a fight. That's all you need to concentrate on.
Order confirmed.
Understood.
Destroy identified enemies and emerge victorious. A clear order. It is consistent with the role of a weapon. No abnormalities. Everything is clear. Oh boy. Bye-bye, Akiko. Underwent maintenance on the tray after test battle. Post-reboot diagnostics showed status normal. The time was 1900. Research staff set new activity cycle. All units returned to standby condition at 900. Units will remain on standby at regular intervals between tests until 1700. Maintenance and setup will take place until 1900. Afterwards, time is allowed to be spent in the outdoor area of the grounds. On returning, enter standby mode within the cage. Instructions are to repeat these actions until unable to continue. Next time on the new schedule is to spend time in the outdoor area. Parameters of spending time unknown. Hypothesize that the meaning is to remain on standby and wait for time to pass. Hypothesis unnecessary. The schedule must be followed. Exiting building. Outdoor area reached. Light levels limited due to time of day. Many trees still visible in the environment. It is almost entirely consistent with no data from the off-limits area. The ground is different from the laboratory's artificial flooring. The soil is exposed. Various natural plants are here. A certain amount of time must be spent here. The intention may be to heighten basic response capabilities in the natural world. Others of the same unit can be seen stepping into the central area, reassessing the surroundings on various spectra. Unlike the combat test, no hostile unit markers detected. Hypothetical. In combat under certain conditions, what tactics would be effective? I reassess the surroundings as a combat environment. I assign value to various geographical features. I survey the topography on the outskirts of the environment. I detect unusual movements in one unit. Other units are also surveying the environment, but this unit is crouched while holding something in its right hand. I do not deem this unit's unusual action to be a threat. I approach it in order to make inquiries. Upon my approach, the unit turns around and stands.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
I process this statement. Its conversational gambit is unexpected. I find no prepared response in my libraries.
You mean like how this is our first encounter? In that case, yeah, what are you doing here?
I've never heard your accent before. It's intriguing.
They said stuff about my accent too earlier. Do I really talk that funny?
I wouldn't say it's strange. It was just surprising.
Unit looks over again and then speaks quietly to something in its right hand. I examine what it holds. It's an organism. Its body's covered in white fur.
What's that thing?
It's a dog. It must have wandered in.
Organism's parameters are consistent with access data on dog. Its size does not present a threat. Search of its specific breed is cancelled.
A dog.
Unit turns its gaze back.
My unit number is 024. I wouldn't call it my name, but that's how they refer to me. What's yours?
Question difficult to process. Controversial subject of names is newly introduced.
I'm unit number 031.
They're up to the 30s. I see. That must mean they're finally creating units loaded with full-sized ones.
The dog barks. A scan of the surroundings shows several units turning to investigate. All units ignore and look away.
This one wants to say hello, too.
It does? You can understand what dogs say?
Kind of. After carefully comparing its mannerisms and slight variances in its barking, I just figured it out.
Its right hand pats the dog's head while its left scratches the dog's neck. 024 continues to make various forms of contact with the dog. 024's actions are consistent with styles of communication. Hypothesis. The objective of spending time in this area is to develop communicative skills. Conversing with others of the same unit and refining communication will enhance cooperative tactics. Counterpoint. No value detected in communicating with organisms not of same unit or human.
What's the point in doing that with a dog?
The point? There isn't one, I suppose.
There is no point. Unexpected response strongly indicates that 024 is not like other units.
Are you interested in what I'm doing, though?
Interested? Is there interest involved? Seems to be the case. Unsure of purpose of earlier question number 024. Why ask it? Oral sensors detect electronic noise. Recognizes pseudo information involving no sound waves yet perceived as sound data. It is alarm signaling the end of this activity. All other units begin moving as one toward the building. 024 speaks to the dog it cradles.
Sounds like that's all the time we have today. I need to get back.
024 crouches while petting the dog's fur covered body and releases it on the ground. 024 stands up again and turns around.
I hope to see you again.
024's expression changes as it says this. This movement of the lips is known as a smile. It is shown when humans experience happiness. Contradiction. Number 024 is a weapon, yet it makes that expression. No hypothesis found. Or is there no point to it as well? Spare cognitive processes rerouted to analysis. Still, I cannot understand it. The next day. After being released from standby, I am assigned to a test battle against others in my unit as yesterday. Order confirmed. I am taken to the same chamber. The battle commences. I destroy the other 3 units and sustain little damage. So wait till the researchers come in. I'll have what seems to be high praise for my abilities. I do not understand how I should react to this. Should I give an expression of joy, as number 024 did? The researchers crouch next to the units I destroyed and begin to work on them. I think back and recall that they underwent this process yesterday as well. I'm curious. I approach them. They open a slit near the unit's neck and use tweezers to remove a bluish-white plate-like object. It shines. They put the object into a petri dish. The distinct shine, neither strong nor weak, is like no similarities found. I'm sure it is similar to something, but I cannot access the relevant memory. Probably, Ninja.
Well, let's get right to the feedback on today's battle.
I sit on the mate and share the connected cable. The cable terminates the midsection of a large device where petri dishes from earlier are placed. There are a total of 3. Each contains a bluish-white plate-like object.
What's that?
The researcher's expression suddenly changes. She is surprised. It only lasts for a moment before it fades.
This is a plume of dusk. Each of the units you destroyed had one inside them. These are much smaller than the one installed in you, though.
I comprehend. This is plume of dust installed in me too. This unknown substance forms the core of my personality module. I was aware of its existence, but this is my first time seeing it. There are 3 personality cores of the units I destroyed. They contain not only combat data, but memories and experiences. It is not long before the extracted data download begins. Sort the data for relevant to enhancing battle performance and incorporate it into my own. The process takes much less time than the initial transfer from yesterday. During that time, I recall what took place last night. There are cases where non-combat data is being preserved. Such memories are included in this download as well. Visual memories of the outdoor at night. Memories very similar to that were in yesterday's download too, probably from time spent in the outdoor area. The units I destroyed seem to have assigned these memories the same priority as combat data. Why though? Is it effective in learning communication skills, but that is lower priority than combat? The visual element preserved here is irrelevant. Wait. Hypothesis. The units I destroyed had their own priorities and values other than executing orders and performing a battle. Line of thought leads to a realization. This thought process I'm undergoing right now. It is not executing an order, nor is it contributing to battle performance. I once again look towards the plume of dust inside the petri dish. Something almost exactly like it is installed in me. Then, were they destroyed units thinking along the similar lines as mine until yesterday? I feel a twinge within me. Is it different from detecting an error or interference? What is this? I have no answer. So, showing the progression of a robot slowly learning emotions, developing their own personality. Poor Labrys. My second night of spending time in the outdoor area came. It started approximately 30 minutes later than yesterday, but there was very little variance in weather and temperature. The difference is trivial. The night sky has the same soft brightness. The wind and the trees are no different. Without understanding why, I initiated a data search regarding the tree that catches my eye. I learned that this tree varies slightly from specimens of its kind found in natural forests. Though this topography seems natural, it may be cultivated and managed by this facility. I decided to traverse the outskirts as I did yesterday. It's not long before a familiar unit comes into view. There is no need to run a scan for visual matches. I know that this is unit number 024. 024's left side is turned towards me. It is sitting on a large rock. When I approach, 024 notices me and turns around.
Are you looking for something?
024 initiates conversation.
Huh? Who, me?
I just wondered if you were looking for me. I did express a hope yesterday that we would meet again after all.
I was looking for 024. It's true, I may have been. I began walking the same route as yesterday. But when 024 came into view, I changed course to approach. I may have been searching for 024 in this area. Did I desire to reunite with 024? Why? I'm still silent due to lack of an explanation. 024 smiles again, a smile. What was the cause of that expression this time? I do not comprehend. Like so many other things.
Would you like to sit with me? This rock is large enough to accommodate us. It would be more relaxing than standing.
Thanks.
I sit in the offered space and gaze at the same scenery 024 is looking at.
Can I ask you something?
What is it?
Decided to voice the doubt I experienced during the combat test yesterday. My limited experience 024 has a better comprehension of such matters.
Do other units think about stuff that doesn't have to do with fighting and missions?
Do you have such thoughts?
To tell you the truth, I can't really say. Feels like I do, though.
Unit 24 silent for a duration before speaking in.
Units of our model are all given a mind. It's so that we can eventually develop what is called an ego. The reason our appearance closely resembles that of humans is related. It's to foster self-awareness, similar to a human. Have you not been told about personas?
Personas?
The word is unknown to me. Accessing archive, searching for persona, over 1,000 headings found. I must filter the results further. Which subject is 024 referring to? I'm silent as I think. 024 smiles again and resumes the conversation.
It's an ability expected of us that normal weapons don't have. The conditions to use one are theoretically already loaded in us. But a well-defined ego seems to be necessary to activate it.
I'm already aware that we have been given a mind. Today I saw for myself as the part that forms our personalities. It is activation triggered by development of communicative skills. I still do not have a good grasp of it, though. 024 continues to speak.
That's why I'm sure there are others with thoughts that do not pertain to mission.
That would seem to be the case.
Then maybe those I fought up till now.
024 trains his gaze on me.
And how does that make you feel? The opponents you destroyed may have thought similar things to what you just did.
Do I feel things? I cannot say for sure. I am unable to respond to this question. 024's expression changes again. The expression could be classified as a smile, but is subtly different from the ones I have cataloged as experiencing before. Mixed with the joy and gladness of previous smiles, this one contains a slight hint of sorrow.
It's okay. You don't need to come up with an answer right now. It actually may be better to forget it. After all, tomorrow we may find ourselves ordered to destroy each other.
Once again, I detect a twinge inside from hearing 024's statement. It's similar to what I sensed during the data transfer today. What is it that wavers inside me? I'm about to be lost in thought again. But as if to prevent that from happening, the signal of our schedule shift echoes in each of our ears.
It's time. I hope we meet again.
As 024 quietly stands up, I detect an expression I have come to know, another smile. It appears as 024 is adopting these smooth changes in expression naturally and not deliberately. I wonder if I will eventually be able to do the same. Hey, Christina. Another night, another combat test takes place the next day. Just as scheduled, I face units flagged as enemies within testing, but I am overwhelmed with a strange sensation. The way my opponents are expressionless now seems strange to me. There is no intent or cognition evident in their faces. They wear no expressions. They are blank. There is nothing wrong with them. That would be my normal assessment, but I recall 024's image. The blankness of these faces and 024's face when it had no expression are different somehow. Even when 024 had no particular expression, it was not this blank. Not every portion of that face was neutral. Further analysis shows the same is true for humans. The researchers are never completely mechanical and expressionless. I look at the hostile flagged units again. They are the same unit type as me. They were given a mind and may potentially develop an ego later. I recall 024's statement again. Do you feel something when you destroy an opponent that may be thinking the same thing as you? I am on the verge of entering a long train of thought when the enemy moves. I shake off my doubts and focus on the battle. I study the opponent's movements and formulate the most efficient method of damaging it. I execute over and over. The array of actions I have to select for my flexibility and linking them will decide the outcome. Having already received 10 units worth of downloaded data, I'm likely second to none regarding the scope of possibilities in this respect. Times I can even anticipate their next action since my opponents are the same unit type as me. Their tactics are determined using the same thought processes as mine. That's right. They think the same things as me. Eventually, after approximately 4 minutes pass, all opponents are silenced. I successfully executed my mission. Day after that, I achieved victory in the combat test from the same efficiency. It is easy to eliminate them. I first began by targeting their weapons. It's not always necessary to destroy their main body. If they are incapable of resisting further, the battle is over. It is the most effective way. I win the next day and the day after that. Units geared for close combat with no external weapons give me no choice but to damage their chassis. But even then, there is an order to things. If I destroy parts that present a threat, such as the motor functions of their limbs, the match should be considered as won. Soon afterwards, the buzzer signaling the end of the test echoes just as I expected. I catch myself rushing over to the unit collapsed on the ground. I have only destroyed the unit's arms and legs. It is still conscious. But I realize I do not know its unit number. I'm at a loss to how to address the unit. The opponent asked me a question that I did not expect.
You seemed to deliberately avoid attacking the face or the neck in that battle. Why?
Huh?
I'm momentarily at a loss for words. What the unit says is true. There is no damage to its face. I review my actions during the battle and find at no point did I attack its neck either. The cranial region is where the plume of dust is housed. If it is destroyed any type of unit, that unit will fall. Aiming to disarm an opponent is effective. But would targeting this obvious weakness be a more effective tactic I avoided?
Dunno.
The researchers entered the chamber and hid the unit from my field of vision. I could not determine whether my last words had an effect on the opponent's expression or not.
These past 3 days, it hasn't been destroying the other units beyond repair, like it did in the first battle.
It must be learning to finesse its attacks rather than just using brute force. The result? Swift, overwhelming victories.
Its evasive skills are improving as well. That level of flexibility in evasive action could never be replicated by chaining predefined maneuvers.
This unit's collected a good amount of feedback data, too. It's growing steadily, feeding on the bones of its kill.
You don't have to say it like that.
The researchers are preparing for the download. Growing, destroying them and absorbing their data. That's what growing is? Since I thought destroying few of my opponents these last few days, some of their bodies were salvaged. While I download their data, I always keep their still bodies within view. Just as the combat tests are repeated, my actions outside night are repeated as well. I become aware that I'm seeking out 024 of my own will lately. When I attempt to communicate with other units, most often they cannot understand the meaning of my questions. This prevents us from conversing, but that may not be the only reason. I want to converse with 024. I have begun to desire it. When I go see 024, the white dog I saw on the first day we meet appears from somewhere.
This one seems to have been raised as a pet somewhere far away from here. But one day, it was brought to the forest near here, and its owner suddenly disappeared.
It seems unlikely that 024 obtained such a detailed history of a stray animal from the research staff. Is all this information obtained by communicating directly with the animal? From a dog that does not speak human language?
Its name is apparently Snowy. At least, that's the name it responds to the most.
I thought it was a dog.
Oh, well, the name of this animal is a dog. But how do I put this? Snowy is what this specific dog is called.
Snowy.
Snowy barks once as if comprehending its name.
It's white, like snow. Easy to remember.
When I reach out my hand, Snowy rubs its nose against it without being frightened. The way it presses at my fingers feels as if it's showing pride in its name. I don't know the tactical advantage that communicating with animals offers to a weapon, but I feel that there is value in spending time with it. I decide to spend my outdoor activity time with the day following Snowy around with 024. It is outdoor activity time on the next night. When I arrive at the outdoor area, I'm listening to a certain sound. I hear the sound intermittently every 4 to 7 seconds. I have wondered about the unknown ambient sound the first day, but I determined that it wasn't a threat and focused my consciousness on other things. Tonight I increased my microphone sensitivity to a maximum and concentrate on that sound. It is similar to something familiar. I scan my memories until I realize what it is. It's the sound of water. I hear it when the staff uses a device to clean their hands and tools. The waveform has some similarities to that. But if the sound is at this volume in such an open space, the volume of water must be higher than a normal supply would allow. What could it be? I contemplate asking 024. It is clear that 024 knows much more than I do. I begin walking in search of 024. Where could 024 be? I go to where we spoke a number of times previously, but 024 is not there. 024 is also not at the rock where we sat together. 024 not here. I quickly discard the possibility. We are not ordered what to do while we are here, but coming to this outdoor area is an order. If post-testing diagnostics show no abnormalities, we are all to report directly here. I consider this. If there are no abnormalities, I feel a twinge in my chest. It is larger than ever. 024 will be here even... 024 will be here if there are no abnormalities, but what if there were such abnormalities? What if 024 was damaged during the combat test, and sustaining damage is not necessarily the extent of the problem? Could it be... I realize that my arms are trembling slightly. It is not a conscious movement. I cannot make it stop. Is it possible that perhaps 024 lost in the combat test and was destroyed? In these circumstances, it would be expected for such a day to come. What if 024, what if she never came here again?
Oh, this is where you went. You weren't at the usual spot, so I was looking for you.
Till I heard the voice from behind me, my sensors had stopped accepting input. No sound, no light, nothing. All of them came back in line with her voice. I turned around. 024 furrows her brow and looks into my face.
What's wrong? The look on your face seemed as if you saw something frightening.
My face? My expression? Frightening? Am I scared?
I do not comprehend. I cannot make that judgment.
Are you perhaps scared of fighting?
Nah, I don't think that's it. What is this? I can't tell.
Am I scared? Scared of what? That she'll disappear during an operation? Is it possible that I might assign greater priority to other units' safety than my own? But we are not on an operation now. This emotion is not the same anyway. It's a different emotion. An emotion? I have emotions? I looked at 024's face pleadingly, but I cannot put my question into words. I cannot express my feelings to her. As though 024 sees this, she says nothing. She only smiles tenderly. It's the same smile she showed once that looks happy but also sad. During that night's outdoor activity time, neither 024 nor I speak much. We just walk together side by side without many words. I do not take the opportunity to ask her about the intermittent sound of water. It is the next day. I detect some sort of weight in my chest. I am aware that there is no physical weight there. It is most likely a psychological phenomena. I perform a vocabulary search. The idiom of being heavy-hearted applies best. I cannot help but find it amusing. It is a very apt phrase. What is causing this heavy-heartedness? That I may not be able to see 024 someday? That may be it. But I do not think that is all. Over the next few days, I spent my time without finding an answer to this question. Each night after the combat test, when it's time for outdoor activities, I seek out 024 first. And each time I confirm her presence, I feel an indescribable sense of relief and rush over to her. We exchanged standard greetings in the first few days, but that practice was eventually discarded. Now there are no more special greetings between us. We cannot understand each other without words. Our eyes and expressions communicate enough. Tonight as well, I find 024 and rush to her as usual. There are no words, only an exchange of smiles. We begin walking together.
Do you remember me asking before if you were scared of fighting?
I nod.
To tell the truth, I'm scared of it too.
Her confession is surprising. It is counter to our nature as weapons. Yet for some reason, I'm not surprised by it.
I'm afraid I'll lose and be destroyed. And it's painful for me to make others go through the same ordeal. We may be weapons, but shouldn't we be driven by more than seeking victory? I've been wondering that for a long time.
But that's against orders.
024 gives a half-hearted smile.
I'm sure things would probably be much simpler if I stopped thinking and just obeyed orders. Unfortunately, I finally found it. I found my answer.
Your answer?
There's someone I want to meet. I feel like meeting this person is my own objective and not an order given to me.
Since we have never left this facility, we have absolutely no acquaintances with outside people. There should be no relationship with such people. But I immediately understand. This person she wants to meet is someone on the outside. Even I don't know why I thought so. But when I reflect upon that thought, the indescribable wavering within me becomes greater than ever.
Ever since I started thinking that I was scared to fight, each day was painful for me. If I'm going to feel this way until the day I lose, I even thought it would be better if I lost on purpose. But I won't think that anymore. I feel glad now that I exist. I mean, we're loved after all.
Loved?
That's right.
I repeat that to myself. The word loved I do not comprehend, but when I look at her gaze, her clear eyes seem to see beyond the sky. Her statement seems correct. I feel that this must be something vital. As I watch her try to express something without words, it is hard to believe that she is the same unit type as me. It seems more that she is human.
Why are you telling me this?
It's probably because I didn't think anyone but you would understand.
Well, I hate to say it, but I'm not sure I really get it either.
I'm sure you'll understand one day. I hope.
Sheesh. Why you gotta be so cryptic?
024 laughs at this. It is a pure smile of cataloged. I know without comparing it to anything that is the smile of pure joy. I detect Snowy playing on my feet. After playing at 024's V2, Snowy runs off ahead about 3 meters and turns around. Its tail moves vigorously back and forth. Soon afterwards, Snowy sits on the ground and looks up at 024. I watch 024 crouch and pat its head. I am thinking back about other things. Things besides fighting and defeating the nearest enemy, my own objective. Someone to meet. I still do not fully comprehend. But the way she is playing with Snowy tonight looks more fun than ever. Her smile seems very natural. If the answer she discovered is the origin of that smile, I would like to understand it someday too. I could feel that desire budding inside me. Once again, I participate in a combat test. Once again, I claim victory without destroying my opponent. Target only her weapons and limbs. I elect not to employ the tactic of targeting the weaknesses in the cranial region. I believe that if they think the same things I do, they would not wish for their personality modules to cease functioning. Though even if I do not destroy them, the research staff will remove their plumes of dust. Either way, their functions will be suspended. My actions are difficult to justify, but I feel that suspension through destruction is not a worthy end for them. That is what I think when I rationalize it by applying the criteria to myself. I do not think anyone would want their consciousness to be terminated by those like them. I find myself more conscious of the damage I sustained in my efficiency in combat than ever. Depending on my results, I may eventually be ordered to destroy them. To prevent that from happening, I must continue fielding favorable results. It becomes easy to continue fighting with that objective in mind. This is becoming my new objective. I'm theoretically being tested on destroying my opponents, but I have begun fighting so that they will not be destroyed. Paradoxically, this has caused my results to improve. Could this be considered going against orders? My strike shatter the severs in the opponent's pivot leg. She falls to the ground and unable to stand upright. Her weapon has already been destroyed. She should be incapable of resisting now. But the buzzer signaling the end of the test doesn't sound. Is no wonder why I hear grating metallic sound from the opponent. She leaps onto me with her one good armor leg.
What's the matter, number 031? Hurry up and terminate the target.
I do not know what to do. My opponent is acting contrary to her own safety. I grant that this is the only action left to her, but she will destroy herself before inflicting any damage to me. A tactic that puts one's life at risk like that, putting one's life at risk? What am I saying? We are weapons. We exist to obey orders. We cannot prioritize their self-preservation without a change in those orders. That is why she's challenged me to fight. She will do so until all of her circuits and servos burn out, and she becomes incapable of action. As she grapples with me, I put my hands to her neck and squeeze. I adjust my grip strength limiter to 70% of maximum. The opponent's body makes an abnormal sound. After this instance, the main lines of the bridge unit snapped in half inside the soft structure. Her movement stops. Her limbs go flaccid, indicating loss of consciousness. See my reflection in her optic inputs. They have lost their focus and look like black holes. I gasp. The face I see reflected in them is not expressionless. How should this expression be classified? I have seen it sometimes when 024 smiles. The face indicates... I didn't read that. I think it said happiness. The buzzer signaling the test ends finally rings. Researcher enters the chamber. I'm used to this scene now.
Now that was pretty impressive. You think it's because of the size of her plume? Funny that one little part could make such a difference.
Indeed. Most of it is due to differences in their tactical mentalities. It may be on the cusp of what we would call an ego.
Considering how everything's been going so far, I'm starting to believe more in persona abilities.
Oh, sadness. One little part. Is it true that the plume of dust installed in me is comparatively the largest amount of units of my type? But does this part determine everything about it? 024 smile seems much more human than mine. I find myself opening my mouth to speak, but I realize the statement I'm about to deliver is a protest. I'm quick to abort. Was I about to deny the staff's authority? They speak to me. My confusion seems to have gone unnoticed.
Well done, unit number 031. That was an impressive display of destruction. Plus, you cleanly severed its transmitter, leaving the plume of dust unharmed. That's certainly ending things on a high note.
Ending things on a high note and active destruction is a high note? Researchers look at each other while holding the petri dish with the bluish-white plate-like object. One of them says, "This is the one."
All right, number 031. As of today, the test battles are finished.
Huh?
I cannot questioning the unexpected statement.
All the results indicate that you have the very highest performance out of all the units of your model.
I'd say we can go ahead and earmark unit number 031 to be the base for developing the 5th generation.
The base?
It means that you're the winner.
The combat tests are over. Will I no longer be required to fight? A strange, intense sensation of relief fills me. It is not because I won and gained a reward. If the tests have ended, those of my unit type who are not yet destroyed can escape that fate. Interesting. It seems that I was reluctant to destroy them after all. My priorities have become inverted. Yet I'm so happy that I smile. The researchers notice the expression as well and smile back.
Okay, we're going to begin the usual review of the feedback. So come over here.
Oh, what do you know? I did not know that, Vanitas. When the download begins, the memories and thoughts of my recent opponents flow into me along with vivid images. Sifting through the battle data has become a routine I repeat so often that I'm barely conscious of it now. I pursue the non-combat memories she preserved. Yeah. It is the landscape of the outdoor area again. At first I could only vaguely recognize it, but now I can pinpoint exactly where this memory is from. It's near the biggest tree, the memories of flowers. There are images of a small shoot, a budding plant, and a blossoming flower. She must have had an interest in the concept of growth. For we machines, the growth of an individual is an unknown concept. But one of us took an interest where I had only seen it as part of the landscape. Seeing that she too had her own thoughts unrelated to our orders and battle performance, she simply did not show it. I recall what 024 said, my own objective and not an order given to me. A twinge in my chest returns. I'll make sure to hold tight to your memories. This was the thought that formed in my mind. Once again, it's time to spend time outdoors. I quickly meet up with 024. It seems she was looking for me as well.
Hey, can I talk to you for a while? The lab boys told me today that they were putting the kibosh on the test battles.
I see. It's over then.
Look, I've been thinking, if they end up tossing us out soon because of that, I want to go with you to go see that person you were talking about. The one you wanted to meet. I might even put in a formal request about it to the lab boy.
024 takes my right hand. Before I can turn my intent, she pulls a cable from her wrist and connects to a port of my own. She looks at my face in silence, thinking that she wants to confirm the tests are in fact over. I nod. But the data that transfers is from her to me. The packets that flow through the cable form a signal, a very small archive file.
If you are still safe when everything is over, open this file.
024 removes the cable but keeps hold of my hand.
What do you mean, when everything is over? How come I can't look at it now?
If I had to answer, I would say because it wouldn't be fair.
Fair?
She smiles and does not answer. It is the same unsure expression. It is a smile, but is there sadness in it?
It would be wonderful if I could go with you to see her.
Her? So this person you're looking forward to meeting is a girl?
024 nods slowly.
But it's strange. Even though my wish may not come true, I still feel satisfied for some reason. How bizarre. It's a fervent wish of mine, too.
She looks towards the sky and smiles faintly. This time it contains more than sadness. There are too many emotions for me to parse, all reflected in that one expression.
I believe in you. I can tell you this because I trust you. Maybe that's why I feel so at peace.
Huh?
Maybe this is what it is to feel alive.
Alive. It has happened again. I do not comprehend the meaning of the word, yet I feel a twinge inside. I look at the sky and attempt to follow her gaze. There is nothing there to hint at her meaning, but I still wanted to get closer to her. She wishes for me to understand. I want to grant her wish. From then on, we spend our time looking up at the sky in silence. Eventually, a signal that time is up reaches ours. This is when I notice that the moon has appeared from behind the laboratory buildings. I see. That the light emanating from the palm of dusk reminded me of something I now know what it is. It's very similar to the light from the moon in the night sky. The sun rises and the next day arrives. After coming out of standby, I am ordered to enter the shock-resistant chamber once again. From what I am told, it is from a different purpose than the combat test. Soon afterwards, the three researchers who supervise the feedback downloads appear.
Sounds like it's decided. We'll discontinue use of the name Unit Number 031. Generation 5 Labrys will be this unit's new name.
Labrys.
That's your name. The official one's much longer. Generation 5 Anti-Shadow...
5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon Labrys. How hard is that to remember?
Labrys.
This designation by a name, that is not a number. I never questioned being called number 031 until now. Nothing about it seemed awkward, but I wonder why. I'm happy now to have acquired a name. Even if my designation changes, it will not have a concrete effect on my abilities. But by discarding my number for a name, I feel as if I'm no longer one of a series with minute variations. I am a discrete individual. That may be why. I find myself smiling as a result.
From now on, the battles you fight will not be to test your performance. They'll be geared toward drawing out
What's up? I
persona.
keep having to close and reopen my stream. Is anyone else? No. You're lagging here. Is it me? I don't know. OBS is... What is OBS doing? It's like... I'm confused. What is it doing? It keeps going green. It's green right now. And then it's yellow, orange, red. Then it's green. What the fuck? Why is it jumping around so much? Yeah, what? I mean, even on YouTube side, it says excellent connection. I'm not really sure. See, now it's red, but it's at... Is it me? I don't know. I mean, I can try to do a quick little reboot, but I don't know. I don't know. It says it's fine on my... I'm confused. See, now it's saying poor. Okay, I can do a quick soft reboot, 1 sec. Okay.